So how bad is a $25 airbrush from Amazon? Are you throwing away your money? Or is it something maybe we should take a look at? You know, maybe it's a decent little thing to have. Well, let's find out. Let's get into it. I'm going to do something a little bit different today. I was having trouble with my regular Iwata Eclipse airbrush, and I decided I would get a spare. So I looked around. Amazon had one for $25. Well, this one over here, the Iwata, I paid about $150 for. So how could a $25 airbrush, a .0 airbrush, be any good? I was curious. Besides, I wanted a spare airbrush, no matter how good or bad it was. Let's compare them. The Iwata comes in a fancy big box. It's got inserts, it's got foam, it's got all kinds of fancy stuff. Sleeve. Okay. The .0 comes in a little plastic box. It has foam too, you know. It has foam. $25 for this one. $150 for this one. And there they are. In case you can't tell, this is the Iwata Eclipse. This is the .0. They're both double acting, which means you press down to start the air and you pull back to increase the paint or decrease it, to control the flow of the paint. This one is the same way. You press down, you get air, you pull back, and the paint starts to flow. I don't have a quick disconnect, and I don't have two compressors, so I can't do them side by side. But I'll try to do my best to, to demonstrate a little bit from both. And I'm not an expert on this. I just know what I know. I've had airbrushes around the Farland layout for, I don't know, it must have been 6 or 7 years at least. And this is not, the Iwata Eclipse is not my first airbrush. I had one before that. I had an Iwata trigger type, like pistol grip, which I really didn't care for. I like the Eclipse a whole lot better. So let me get things set up. Let me get the compressor going, get some paint, and let's give them a shot and see what we get. Be back in a little bit. What can you get in a $25 airbrush? I mean, how bad is it? $25 versus an Iwata Eclipse at $150. How bad is it? Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I took my pipette and I filled it all the way to here, to the bulb, with alcohol. Put it in the cup, okay? Then I took another one, and I took my paint. I'm going to use green, olive green, because I happen to have a lot of it at the moment. And I put 15 drops of olive green paint in the bowl. We'll try to keep the paint even. It's not really a test of paint or a test of my ability to put drops of paint in. I don't normally count them. I just sort of put some in. I'm going to mix it by pulling back on it. You can probably hear the bubbling. Send a stream of bubbles up through it, up through the paint, and that mixes it up pretty decently. Doesn't really take that long either. Let's get that out of the way. Now we should keep it on one side. Oh, I saw some spatters coming out of the Eclipse. Okay, we tested that. Got a little spatter coming out of the Iwata. I was having a lot of trouble with that, and I bought about $40 worth of parts to try to get it fixed. Well, it's not spattering now. Okay, let's charge this one. There's the alcohol. Now for the Tamiya paint. Is it Tamiya or is it Tamiya? Or is it Tamiya? I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Try not to have a crash here and break something while I'm doing this. Okay. Same thing. Shoot a little air through it, mix it up. Put the top on. So that if I knock it over like that, I won't spill the paint. Get a fresh sheet of paper. Let's see. Not quite as fine a line, but I can get closer. Okay, I'm going to go back to the Iwata and try some of those same strokes. Bear with me. There's the 0.0. Here's the Iwata. Okay. Well, let's turn this off so we don't have to fight that. I don't have any way to set this down. There, that'll work. So here are the two cards. You know, other than my very untalented hand, let me move you over here. Let's get a straight on view. I think you could do anything with either one. That's what I think. For the money, I gotta say I'm impressed with the .0. $25. I mean, you know, it's pocket change anymore. You can't buy much of anything for $25. That's about what it costs to go out for fast food, it seems like. Well, I don't know, maybe two people could eat for $25 fast food. But for a two-person fast food meal, you can have an airbrush. I love my Iwata. I will always love my Iwata. But I gotta say, for a backup .0, that was $25 that was very well invested. That's all I had to say.